got to ride an emerging technology wave. Now, I was able to ride the wave of Web 2.0. So that emerged in 2004 with the emergence of websites such as Delicious, YouTube. It was Web 2.0. In fact, one of Mindvalley's first products was a Web 2.0 social bookmarking engine called Blinklist, which was actually the second biggest social bookmarking engine in the world after Delicious. Now, this was all, so we wrote the 2004. Now, the next wave emerged in 2009, 2008, 2010, and that was the mobile wave. That was created by Apple. Now, we wrote that with Omvana. So Omvana briefly became the #1 app in like 30 different countries. But we stumbled there. We got overtaken by some competitors, and we didn't really catch up. Now we are riding an emerging wave, and that emerging wave is basically the dissolution of the education system and employeeship. And that is going to happen in the next 5 years, right? So that's one wave we are riding, creating a university system to take advantage, I shouldn't say take advantage, but to leverage this massive global shift that's happening in how we educate our people and how people find jobs. And the other wave we are rising is a growing interest and a growing series of scientific validation of meditation, mindfulness, and conscious practices, and emerging trends in health and wellness and biohacking. So that's where we are positioned right now. Is it easy for someone to succeed? It depends on what wave you're surfing.
You talk about online courses, and you are right. I think it was 80% of people never finish an online course. In that, it's all about micro, and more courses are going online and working online. Education, yes, it's changing, and I think that you're noble of the way you're trying to transform the way people think and the way people learn. And you're saying it's going to be a 5 years a project. Do you think that it'll eventually evolve, that everything will be developed online? The schools will be jumping more online to teach or for the resources than what they're doing now? Because at the moment, our schools develop and teach our children to work in large organizations.
Actually, that's a misconception. So earlier you suggested that I'm competing with Hay House. I'm not competing with Hay House. I'm competing with Harvard University.
Okay.
There's a big difference there. In fact, I'm competing with the entire Ivy League. I believe we will be able to produce people more apt for success in the world than Harvard. And it's not a competitive thing. I love Harvard. I just believe our pace of innovation is going to be faster. Now, so because of that, I have to think bigger. So therefore, we're looking at competing with the entire Ivy League universities of the world. Healthy competition. We want to be as influential in global education as they are. But the second thing you said, is everything going to go online? Absolutely not. What is going to happen is that human beings are going to become more connected than ever. Online is going to be, or rather, digitization and tech is going to become an enabler of ground level human communication, and not just people meeting up in cities around the world, but people genuinely connecting as human beings, heart, soul, and mind. And that is part of the future of education that we are currently building. The reason for that is that one of the biggest diseases affecting the Western world right now is loneliness. Loneliness, according to Harvard Business Review, is as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. And so one of the things we do is not just bring transformational education to the masses, but bring connection, love, friendship, social cohesion, and social connection to the masses.